a live session. I think this is episode 3 with Sirus Migration. My name is Isuru Yapa. I'm a registered migration agent in Australia, and we've got the full team today. I'll start from this thing. It'll be easier. Mr. Yossi Witkowsky, a registered migration agent and a migration lawyer, and Ashani Yapa from Right to Me, and Mr. Will Ustik right at the end. So it's going to be a big day today. We've got lots of things to talk, and last minute we had a top-up this morning as well. So we're going to talk a little bit about BSMQ opening a few days ago, 1st of February, and South Australia South Australia Business and Skill Migration Program started just before, like this morning, there's some updates. And then there are some well-spoken things that we would like to talk to you about 485. We had a lot of controversies last few days. We'll clear it all up. And there was a lot of confusions with the GTI new updates as well. And we would like to share some complicated issues that we faced and give you some examples of what's going on in complicated visa refusal and cancellations area today as well. So let's start talking about South Australia. It's one of the hottest news in Australian migration industry. So Mr. Yossi Witkowsky is going to talk to us a little bit more about what's happening in South Australia today. And in the meantime, sorry, if you're a Facebook fan, please remember to like our page. If you're a YouTube fan, please remember to subscribe our channel. That will help us bring more information up to date for you each time it comes out. And if you have any questions, please remember to type it down below in the message, the comment section. If you can't answer these questions, if we couldn't answer these questions within the given time, we're trying to take about half an hour to 40 minutes to complete the whole lot. But if you couldn't answer it, we will post these videos straight after, giving you an opportunity to type your questions again. So you can type your questions again, and we can answer it at a later stage, but we will come through to most of the questions as soon as we can. Thank you very much for joining us again. Mr. Yossi, if you could please give us some updates on South Australia, what's going on, that'll be a good start.
Hi, my name is Yossi Witkowsky. As Isuru mentioned, I'm an Australian immigration lawyer and migration agent. So just to give you some information on South Australia, South Australia is not open yet. So the skills list is not available yet. That is the occupations list.
That's for 490 and 191. Sorry, 190 and 491 regional sector.
Yeah, correct. And for the 190. So the skills list is not open yet. I just want to talk about the 190 for South Australia. I think just important to note that you must be currently working in South Australia for 12 months, okay? So you must be currently working in your nominated occupation or closely related occupation for a period of 12 months, okay? Unless, now this is important, they say, unless specified differently in your occupation. So in other words, when the occupation list does come out, you will have some specifications for various occupations. I presume that will say a different period to the 12-month period. Then for the 491, the work experience that you require is if you are applying for the 491 nomination, you must be currently working for at least 6 months in South Australia. Again, unless specified differently for your occupation. So when the occupation list does come out for the 491, we'll be able to then see what the specification for the duration of work experience is for that specific occupation or closely related occupation. Then just to note that if you are on a 457 or a 482 or a 494 visa holder with more than 12 months remaining on your visa, you must provide a letter from consenting to your state nomination occupation. There's going to be quite a bit of information that I'm going to cover, but if you don't get it, we will release a video shortly.
Today.
Today, preferably that will cover all your questions, all the concerns that you might have. Then it's still you still need to be living and working in South Australia, and that is 20 hours a week and 40 hours a fortnight. We covered this in the last live session where we said that is quite attractive compared to other states like Queensland or like New South Wales or Victoria, because they require you to be working full time. So that is 35 hours a week. So in South Australia, you can be working 20 hours a week or 40 hours a fortnight in your nominated or closely related occupation. Okay. Okay. Then I think what's important to note is that it's a closely related occupation. South Australia does have some information on what they regard as closely related occupation, and we can also cover that in the video that we're going to be releasing. Okay, so another thing is where your nominated occupation is specified. So that means where it's specified in the occupation list. Other occupations may also be considered as closely related. So a skilled occupation in the same industry is important. A skilled occupation in the same industry as a nominated occupation may also be considered as closely related. Okay. So that's just some information on South Australia. And then if you're living and working in a regional area in South Australia, there are concessions and waivers. As you might know, there are concessions and waivers to work experience requirements that are available for applicants who are living and working in regional Australia. Okay, so that is regional Australia, meaning in this instance outside the Greater Adelaide area. And then if you're living and working in South Australia as a long-term resident, then there's also waivers and concessions to the work experience requirements, and further information will be provided to you in this regard.
And I believe you don't even have to be working in a skilled occupation if you're a long-term resident of South Australia. It could be any occupation, which would be a really good news for most of our applicants, because a lot of them, they're struggling to find employment in their nominated occupation, but most of them are working even in other sectors. So if you lived and studied in South Australia for 7 years or more, you're considered as a long-term resident. You don't have to prove that you're working in your nominated occupation.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Thank you very much. Is that?
Yeah, that's about all. Then just to end off, please look out for our video. We can talk about. There's so many requirements to go through, and then we will also be talking about the employment stream for South Australia, the startup and small business stream, the high-performing graduate stream, and the independent talent stream for South Australia. So there's lots of information to go through. As Ashani mentioned, there's lots of waivers, there's lots of concessions, and there's some caveats.
I think it's one of the best migration programs came out so far from South Australian government. So we will talk all about what's there from what's available for us at this stage. So please keep an eye out later today through Facebook and YouTube. So it's another reason for you to subscribe if you haven't done it so far. If you haven't liked our face, please like it now. So as soon as we upload this information, you will get to know about it. It is very important if you're expecting to migrate to South Australia or Queensland. We have lots of updates coming up soon.
And why it's important right now is because South Australia will release their occupation list anytime. So this is the time that you have to understand the requirement for each one of these streams to see if you're eligible and to be ready. Because you have to be ready with your application the day they open their state for you to apply. As you can imagine, there could be a lot of competition for these streams as well. So the better you get prepared, the earlier you can lodge your application. That's why it's important to look into this right now, get in touch with the migration agent and see where you stand and what is the best step forward for your individual circumstances.
Most of the visa categories has trimmed down, and most of the states been closed for a while. So there's going to be applications that, or the UI applications that they will be accepting. So if there's any problem, please keep an eye out for this information, so that will be vital for you to understand what are the real requirements are. So Ashani, could you please talk about BSMQ opened on 1st of February and it will be going till 7th, and what does it mean? And there's news about they're reopening the BSMQ sector in April, and what's going on with Queensland?
So BSMQ is the Queensland nominating authority. They opened their program from 1st of February till 7th of February. So this skill round, and this is for subclass 190 state nominated visa and subclass 491 state nominated visa. So this program, the next skill opening is going to be in April. We don't know which date. So if you're qualified, you have to lodge your expression of interest in this window from 1st until the 7th of February. So there's two main streams, subclass 190. So I will first talk about 190. So they have mentioned that they're going to give priority for applicants who have 80 points or more. So that's one big change. Queensland didn't really mention anything like this before. And only people, onshore applicants who are working in Queensland will be considered, which means if you're in a different state, working in a different state, or if you're offshore, you will not be considered in this skill round. But this may change in the next skill round or the one that opens after that. So with subclass 190,